Hello everybody, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited to be back here with Alpha Grappling.
How about you? We have a newcomer, we have a newbie or a new contributor, a new face. Sarah, how are you, Sarah?
Hey guys, so I'm Sarah. I have some experience in mixed martial arts and grappling, and I'm very happy to be working alongside Alpha Grappling for this competition.
Sounds good. So Gareth, why don't you run through what's happening on this upcoming show?
Well, we're about to get back into Luta Livre 5. We have got competitors coming in from all over the world, ready to battle it out.
How do you feel about this, Sarah? I mean, this is your first time on Alpha Grappling. What do you make of this show, of this the card we've assembled?
I think it's got a nice amount of intensity. I like that there's an element of combat jiu-jitsu involved, so it's not just pure jiu-jitsu. That you're bringing in some MMA guys too.
Any particular match you're looking forward to, Sarah, from your side, from what you've seen so far?
Hibbert, Goto, Stephen Hilbert.
How about you, Gareth? Any particular match you're kind of looking forward to?
I am super excited to get into Daishi Goto going up against Mark Hibbert. It's going to be a real slobber knocker. Heavyweight matchup right there.
Who doesn't love a heavyweight fight?
It's true. I mean, we've got what a guy he is, like two parents, both of them professional wrestlers, which is back in my old wheelhouse. With all due respect to Mark Hibbert, I feel like you gotta give it to the guy who has been trained from such a young age to be an athlete, to be next level. Like, also the sumo background of his father, like that speaks BJJ all over.
Your parents can't speak for you, though.
No, but your record can, and he has got that record. Besides, it's like you need that. You need to have that, and I feel like you got Mark Hibbert. He's got a good background. He's got some accolades.
He's extremely strong.
Yeah,
and he's got a very difficult guard to pass. He's very good at mitigating good wrestlers. So I think Goto's going to have his work cut out for him.
The guy's dad is Tarzan Goto, known for exploding steel cage matches.
But do you think, Gareth, that's a lot of pressure on Daishi's shoulders, carrying that wrestling legacy into this match a little bit?
Here's the thing. I think that he has grown up surrounded by that, and as a result you don't lose that. You just keep on going. Like, my dad's an athlete and I got brought up with it. You just keep it going, and then you just go, it's not pressure, it's just I want to prove that I am on the level, or I am superior to that. I can go even higher, and that's why I think like Mark Hibbert is gonna be this he's going to be the next meal for the Gotorilla.
Oh, wow, really? What are your thoughts, Sarah? I mean, you're leaning towards Mark.
I think Mark is being extremely underestimated. He's a very, very strong guy for the weight class. If you look at him, he's a powerhouse. He's very lean, well-defined. He's not an easy guy to pass his guard. When he clamps down on you, he's got you. I mean, it's all well and good. You can go shoot for the takedown. You can try to get the takedown, but can you pass the guard? Can you not get submitted? It's not just pure wrestling. It is jiu-jitsu at the end of the day. So
And I do feel Mark will be using his guard against Daishi's wrestling in this one, But it'll be an interesting clash of styles.
there's so many submissions from the back as well.
True. Mark's been competing quite a lot, so he's bringing quite a bit of experience into this match as well.
Well, personally, I think that Mark's athleticism is going to be too much for Daishi to handle.
Okay, let me just put that into perspective, because little Miss Mother Hubbard, or whatever his name is. See, okay, yeah, he's got some meaty cauliflower ears. I'll give him that. I'm sure he's great in a fight, but like he's being locked.
You know what cauliflower ears symbolize, right?
Yeah, but
good wrestling,
yeah,
good takedown defense.
Here's the thing.
That's true. Sarah's got a point there, Gareth.
Maybe, but he's getting locked into this pit where he
with
will
someone
not
that he knows how to handle.
with someone that he can't escape from. I think that we're going to be
Or who
picking
has
up.
to escape from him.
We're going to be picking up the pieces of Mark Hibbard once Daishi Goto is finished with him.
Or Daishi.
Yeah. Mention a bit about you train.
Well, here's the thing.
Road warrior animal.
The thing
is that right?
his dad, I've trained with under Road Warrior Animal, but the late great Road Warrior Animal, and the lessons and the knowledge that he has, like these guys are tough, and when you train in Japan, this Japanese style of wrestling is so intense.
Yeah.
You've just got to go with that kind of mentality of it's not even the physical strain of doing all of those squats and doing all that physical training.
Yeah.
It's the mental stability. There's tons of trainers over in Japan who are ready to just try and break you.
So, Sarah, you're going with Mark. Gareth, you're with clearly Daishi. Yeah.
Generally,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel with Mark, he is more well-rounded. He's not just a pure wrestler. And I think that will be like Goto's undoing, essentially. Like he's too one-dimensional.
Daishi's an ADCC veteran, by the way. Sarah, he's competed at the highest level, really high level. So, yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Mark, this is a challenge for Mark Hibbard a little bit.
Thing is, though, it's about your intelligence as well. When you come into the match, if you know that you're going to come into a match fighting against a wrestler, you're going to have very good takedown defense. You're going to make an emphasis on that.
No. I'm saying that he has a pro wrestling expertise, but that is not the same thing as he is a wrestler. That is, he, in his own right, is a competitor.
So is Mark Hibbard. He's a complete athlete.
Okay, yeah, maybe he is.
Do you guys just think this will be an upset? Like, do you think Mark is the underdog here?
Personally, I would say so.
Okay.
I'm with Mark.
Sounds good. Let's go to the next match, guys. We have Stephen Hill versus Jack Haycock. What do you guys make of that?
I mean, it's great to see Jack Haycock coming back to Alpha Grappling. I saw him here in the last Luta Livre show, Luta Livre 4, and it was an unfortunate one for him. He didn't take the win, but he definitely left an impression in my eyes. And I'm very happy to see the showman that he is and the tenaciousness that he has coming back here.
Yeah, Jack put on an amazing match. Good display in the last combat jiu-jitsu match he had on Alpha Grappling. But now he's up against black belt, Cage Warriors veteran, MMA veteran, who literally lives for this in Stephen Hill. What do you think, Sarah?
That's what I would say, essentially. Because it's a combat jiu-jitsu match, this is like the perfect match and setup for Stephen Hill. I mean, he's going to have the perfect hand-eye coordination for the strikes. He's going to be kind of aware of the level changes with the hand-eye coordination because he's actively competing in MMA currently. He's a very, very strong athlete. He's competed against very high-level competitors such as Michael Shipman from London Shoot Fighters. And just in itself, having a Bellator and Cage Warriors background, you fought in some of the best promotions in the UK or in the world, essentially, and you've gone against the best. I think it shows how tough he is, and I think it's going to be a very, very difficult fight.
Difficult for Jack Haycock?
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like there's a certain, okay, yeah, I'm not trying to insult Stephen Hill at all. Like he is very qualified and definitely the favorite. But you got to give it to Jack Haycock. He is coming into this. He knows who his opponent is fully, and he's coming in as the underdog. But that means he is a man that has nothing to lose. He is coming and okay, let me hear your point, because I'm sure you have.
Seen the size of Stephen Hill, how massive he is for the weight class.
Okay, yeah, but he's in the weight class, so he's not that massive in actuality. And also, I feel like there's that sense of it's combat jiu-jitsu. Jack Haycock's coming into this. He's got an understanding of where his opponent is going to be and the amount of power and the force that he might have.
He's got an understanding that he's going to have an early night.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No. Jack Haycock just needs to land just that one blow that's gonna like rock Stephen Hill.
But keep in mind, yeah, I think Jack knows that he's up against a very accomplished fighter in Stephen Hill, so he knows he hasn't got much to lose. You know, he's coming in with a guy who's got not much to lose, and Stephen perhaps does have a lot to lose if he does lose this match. You know, it might affect his MMA prospects moving forward. You know.
Absolutely. I feel like if he gets rocked with one hit to the back of the neck or something, and he starts to get rattled, that's gonna send him off. He's gonna not be able to keep it going, and that's when Jack can capitalize. Meanwhile, Stephen Hill, he gets a couple of knocks in. Jack's like, I'm still facing one of the very best.
But Stephen is so accomplished in MMA, it won't be the first time he would ever be rocked from hits to the face, and he's still actively competing, so he'll have that muscle memory, he'll have them reactions.
Unless he's underestimating Jack Haycock, which he might be.
How do you see him winning, Sarah? How do you see Stephen winning this, in your opinion?
I would personally say slap to the face. I think he's not scared to go for the takedown. I think he's got the explosiveness, the athleticism behind him.
So you're looking at a takedown, ground and pound style finish?
Yep.
Okay. How about okay? I mean that makes sense. Stephen is a good wrestling, good at top, good pressure. He's won a few of his MMA matches from ground and pound and referee stoppages, so that could be his go-to strategy perhaps with this match. But Gareth, what do you think Jack needs to do to pull the upset that he's hoping for?
I feel like he needs to come at him from so many different angles. He needs to go with every technique possible. Go for the legs, go for the head. Use those smacks and slaps, trying to play around with everything. And then when he starts to see crumbling matters, when he starts to see an opening, that's when he capitalizes, and that's when he takes him and takes that win.
Veterans don't leave no openings, they close them.
But yeah, Jack is like, he's a not bad wrestler himself. He can wrestle Stephen, but yeah, it will be interesting to see what game plan Jack has.
To me, Jack, from his grappling, doesn't seem as overly aggressive with his wrestling. Like, he's trying to shoot for the takedowns. That's where I think like Stephen will capitalize. Like, he'll be the one trying to seek to get the takedown to mount.
Right. You mean like sprawl on him hard and try to reverse him?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. No, it'll be fun to see this match. Jack didn't hesitate for a second to accept it when I suggested Stephen Hill to him. And Stephen doesn't really care who he's fighting. He just wants to get in there. I think he's had a bit of a layoff from a shoulder injury for a few months, so he's super keen.
As referee, I think it's going to be a very intense match.
It's going to be a very interesting match to watch, but it'll be over soon.
Oh, okay.
So let's go for the next match. We have from Spain, a wrestling powerhouse who's building his own brand, a name for himself in Alan Bentancur versus Ireland's Artyom. What's his surname?
Artyom
Averianov. Yeah, what do you guys make of this match?
Like, you've got two very different competitors. You have someone who is very much about aggression and intensity going up against someone who's very much about technique and method. Personally, I think that Artyom is gonna be taking the win on this one. I just think when there is intensity and very good strength, it leads you into a place where you might make mistakes. You might be a bit sloppy, and that's where someone of technique.
Wrestlers thrive. Wrestlers thrive in the scramble. That's what you're used to.
True.
And you've got to explode out of that. You've got to have like quick thinking, quick reactions, basic wrestling drill, how to circle around the back.
But Alan is like a wrestling coach, as I mentioned. I mean, if you see his ears, heavily cauliflowered. A lot of the guys on this show, he's the wrestling coach for them, like Weber Lawrence and stuff. So it'll be good to see it'll be a wrestler versus a conventional BJJ guy in this match. So who do you give the edge to, Sarah?
Alan, personally, I think that he'll be able to shoot the takedown, pass the guard with relative ease. He's a very strong-looking guy as well.
Yeah.
I think that works in his favor. And if he can pass the guard, he can get the sub.
Got you. How about you, Gareth?
I mean,
Why are you leaning towards Artyom?
you've got the background, like Royal Grappling Academy in Ireland, affiliated with Marcelo Garcia.
Yeah.
Like, he's got the pedigree, he's got the ability, he's got the technique. He assesses his own stuff, and you can go. Anyone that's actually assessing their own victories, that they have to have a significant number of victories in order to be doing that on your Instagram.
Yeah, he's
or
definitely
whatever.
a student of the game, always learning and improving. And as you mentioned, comes from a really, really good school in Ireland. So he has, both these guys have some pressure coming into this, like healthy pressure. They're representing their clubs, their cities, their countries, basically. Yeah, so we have Adam Yakubi versus Lawrence Webber. Both guys been in Alpha Grappling before. Lawrence Webber, Adam Yakubi, both Alpha Grappling vets. Been on the show a few times, or once each. Super heavyweights, heavy guys. What do you think?
I'm so excited to see both of these guys again. We saw them at the Parada Cup just a couple earlier on this year, and neither of them managed to get to the very top of the chain, but they both got an amazing showcase and both displayed amazing groundwork and match game. Like, I feel like I'm very excited for the match because it's just going to be two big balls smashing into each other. It's going to be heavy duty, but in my opinion, I've got to give it to Webber Laurent. Like, he is a phenomenal competitor. He is so huge. Like, I've shook this man's hand, and it is an enormous hand that will crush bones if he feels the need.
Wow.
Have you seen Adam's Imanari rolls and how he destroys knees?
Okay, valid counterpoint, but I mean, there's only so much you can do until you get thrown. Like,
You can roll back into the sub.
oh, that's good. You can get thrown again.
Do you think Adam's leg lock game, he's basically a guard player, him attacking the legs, because Lawrence did tap. He got submitted at the last time he was on Alpha Grappling to a leg lock, to a heel hook. Do you think Adam probably watched that, is preparing for that, and, trying to win this match that way?
I mean, no disrespect to Adam. He's a great competitor, and I loved seeing his work on the previous show, going up against one of the very best in Roosevelt Souza. But because of that experience that Laurent Webber had, you would go, he got tapped at. Yeah, he got the injury. Then you have time. You have time that you can then go, okay, I'm gonna expand on this. I'm gonna improve myself towards it. And here he is. He's back again, good health, ready to take the top.
Yeah, I mean, Lawrence Webber is known for never saying no to any match. He jumps on every opportunity. You can see from his Instagram, he's competing every other weekend.
Last match, nose starts spurting blood. Do you know what he does? Tape it round and get right back in there. He's got that mentality, that killer edge, and I'm so excited for this.
Strong. He's definitely mentally strong. But how about you, sir? You think Adam's got him with his leg lock game? Do you think that'll be too much for Lawrence?
I'll say
he's submitted a lot of guys. Adam's beaten like really good high level guys with his leg locks and his Imanari rolls, and all those strategies. You think that will be a bit too much for Lawrence, or?
I'll say that's the beauty of jiu-jitsu, where to an extent strength doesn't matter, especially when it comes to leg locks. If you got the right takedown set up, the right game plan, the right tactical mindset, like how many people tap to leg submissions constantly. Yeah. I do think it will work in his favor, and as well, I think it helps to mitigate maybe the strength advantage that Webber has, because joints are not susceptible to strength.
I'm sure Adam Yakubi is used to being the bigger guy in his matches, used to being the guy it's a heavyweight match. You're used to having a certain level.
How do you see him winning this, Gareth? How do you see Lawrence Weber winning this?
This is going to get him with an inside heel hook. He's got that beautiful Imanari roll. Even for a heavyweight guy, he moves very agilely.
Last show, we saw him with someone similar doing those kind of moves. Do you know what happened to him?
It's not the same dude.
It might not be, but do you know what happened? He got lifted up and then dropped back down. Also, I've got to give it to Weber. He is a very agile competitor. Like, I get it. Adam is agile for a fat boy in his Instagram, but like, I've seen this man in Weber doing such quick hip twists. So he's so agile for such a big, massive Goliath juggernaut of a dude.
Yeah, no, definitely. This was going to be a big challenge for Adam in a way, competing against this. Sarah, you're definitely Adam Yakubi inside heel hook.
Yep, I think that his game plan will help kind of mitigate Weber's strength. So I'm in favor of Adam.
And Gareth, you're saying Lawrence Weber by power slam.
This is
Power bomb, rather.
This is one of the few times where I don't mind what I say, because I'm hoping that the one I'm putting my bet on is the guy who will defend me, and quite frankly, who's going to argue with that man.
Right. So next match we have Ezekiel Delgado versus Pablo Stipe. Is that right? Or Pablo Estipa. I beg your pardon. Two Spaniards.
Argentinian.
I beg your pardon. One's an Argentinian living in Spain. The other is a Spaniard. Both black belts. Both very well accomplished in their own worlds. Very well known in their communities. Both first time competing on Alpha Grappling. Ezekiel, obviously, one of the first Argentinians to win the IBJJF twice now, I believe, or 3 times. This will be an interesting match. What do you think, Gareth?
I've got to give it to Ezekiel, in my opinion. Like, he is one of the first. I think he's the first guy to take the IBJJF championship from Argentina. First Argentinian to do so. And like, I think he was literally there like a few weeks ago, he took it again. Like, the guy is on a winning high. He's got a record, and he's not going to want to lose that.
But Pablo has also won the grappling world champion in Serbia.
Well, that's nice. He got a nice little thing. Oh, that's good.
Fitting.
Both very, very athletic, both very experienced. So, who are you going with, Sarah?
I would go with Pablo personally. I think he's got a very, very slick armbar. I think the way he transitions to his armbar is extremely quick. I could see a finish via armbar.
You think he armbars Ezekiel easily, or do you think he has to set it up better, or?
I would say in terms of achievements, they are quite equally matched. However, I think his speed and precision will go in his favor.
And how about you, Gareth? How do you see Ezekiel taking this?
I feel like actually he's going to overpower him. I agree with your idea of how it's going to go in Pablo's mind. But what's actually then going to happen is he's going to get overpowered, and then he's going to get pinned. He's going to get his arms pinned behind him, and then it's going to lead into his victory ultimately.
Wow, that's very, very brutal and very graphic, by the way, Gareth.
Yeah, thank you.
Who do we have next? So next up we have, guys, is a combat jiu-jitsu match between these two guys who I don't think like each other that much. We have Mirko the Mule Mule, I believe, from Italy, versus Zaid Khan from London, 10th Planet. What do you guys make of this match? Gareth?
Early night for Zaid. Oh.
Sorry, no, go ahead, Sarah. Sarah, go ahead.
Early night for Zaid, in my opinion.
Really?
Why is that, Sarah?
Why?
Defend your position.
Have you seen how strong Mirko is?
He's strong.
When he clamps on you, people find it very, very difficult to escape.
He has the combat jiu-jitsu experience as well, by the way. I don't know if you, this will probably be his second or third combat jiu-jitsu match, so he is experienced in this format.
I don't know. I feel like you're saying he'll clamp on you once he grabs you, but like Zaid Khan is a very agile competitor. He's very much the kind of guy that will get out of your clamps. Like, it doesn't matter how good
he'll have the strength.
I know that Zaid Khan, based on his own Instagram, he is itching to slap someone. He's itching to lay in some hard slaps.
Have you seen Mirko's build?
He does look menacing, doesn't he? Zaid Khan. He does look quite menacing.
So does Mirko.
Oh, they both do. They both do.
I mean, I'm happy I'm going to be in my commentary booth because I don't need to be anywhere near this.
Mirko looks like he's going to slap you into the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. I mean, Mirko, like, he just sprung up onto the European grappling scene quite relatively recently. Been traveling a lot, training with other gyms, other clubs. I just get this feeling he's one of those guys that's taking this match and his career overall quite seriously. You know, very, very good. Looks like a really good, solid athlete. Representing his club in Italy. I don't know exactly where, but yeah, I don't think he's coming to lose, in my opinion. But could be wrong.
Yeah, but you have to also take into account we're in London. This is the home field advantage goes to Zaid Khan.
Yeah, definitely.
And also 10th Planet background. He trains for 10th Planet. He's a guy with slick submissions.
So
The thing is with Murkov though, he doesn't exactly like jump and pull guard. Like he's willing to fight for that takedown. He's got that strength. I think he's got the strength and the speed to pass the guard and to try get the sub.
Prediction: How do you see him winning this?
Potentially maybe a Kimura or an armbar.
Oh wow, you think he submits Zaid? Yeah.
I think there's a big strength gap between the both of them.
Wow. True, could be. I mean, he does definitely look stronger, but Zaid's been competing a lot as well, you know, in smaller events, smaller shows. How about you, Gareth?
I think that we will eventually have to peel Mirko off of the mats because he has been... if he didn't tap out, then he just went out.
Oh, my God.
That's how I see it. Oh, wow. We'll get a broom or something. I don't know.
Next up, we have, guys, Mehdi Mansouri versus Eric Paineden. I'm probably butchering his name. Lightweight, Mehdi, been on Alpha Grappling so many times. Eric, making his debut, Finland. So, like, my understanding is Mehdi's like 35, 36 years old, a veteran of many events, one of the quite well-known black belt in France. And Eric's, like, relatively new on the scene, competing a lot.
But he's very accomplished at a very young age.
Yeah. So what do you guys think?
I'm personally in favor of Eric. I think he's a young athlete, and from all the videos I've seen of him, you can see quite a clear skill progression, especially as he ages. I think Mehdi, now he's at that age where he's not getting skill acquisition as quickly. I think Eric is going to have the sharper instincts, and he's going to be the quicker opponent. Yeah.
Cool. How do you see him winning this?
He's got very unique styles of passing the guard. He can like try somersault off of you to pass your guard. He doesn't need to do it the conventional way. He's quite innovative.
Right. Quite athletic, I guess. Right, athletic guy. Which might come into play here against the experience of Mehdi, right, Gareth?
Yeah, well, I mean, I want to throw back to your point about skill acquisition, because, like, once you get to a certain point, do you need that many more skills? You have perfected your craft and your art, and you know how to destroy your opponent.
Eric's up and coming, though, and he's proving himself continuously.
That's great, and I'm sure he's going to learn a lot when Mehdi takes him down, because this is a guy who's pro MMA. He's got black belts. He's a ADCC trials veteran. He's been here at Alpha Grappling like 4 times, and especially like we're doing super fights, so we've got 3 rounds. Yeah, that's 2 rounds, but that's about 8 minutes in total. Maybe it's 2 minutes. Maybe he just takes the night off
Eric
after.
will definitely come on top in terms of that. He's gonna be young. He's gonna have the speed. He's gonna have like less injuries, you know.
Oh, that's great. The conditioning is always great when you lose in like 2 minutes.
So how do you see him winning this, Gareth? How do you see Mehdi winning this match?
I'm gonna say, let's go key lock victory. Actually, let's go with a key lock. I feel like Mehdi loves a key lock.
How about you, Sarah?
I say with Eric's style, he'll go for a unique guard pass. From what I've seen of Mehdi, it seems like he likes to play bottom, So I think Eric will try to play top. Probably somersault over him.
Really got past his guard.
Yeah.
You see him submitting, Maddie?
Yeah.
Oh,
I see
really?
a submission.
How do you see him submitting? Like practically a veteran of this sport now. Like,
Maybe like a Das Anaconda setup.
you think so?
Yeah.
Maddie's a guard player, though. You know, he starts off very much. He doesn't wrestle. I don't think he cares to wrestle as well at this age. So, what do you think?
Somersaulting over that.
Oh, really? Do you
Like
think
guard.
his agility will be enough to beat him?
Yep, I definitely think youth does play a factor and athleticism as well. Eric, the way he moves, it appears like he's more like a gymnast to me, almost.
Wow. Yeah.
He's got that fluidity in his movement.
These Finnish athletes, they're very gymnastic. They have a good gymnast in them somehow. You know, very athletic guys.
And very strong at the same time too.
Very
Deceptively strong.
Well, I'll enjoy the show, but it's all flair and no actual source. Like, I feel like we just gotta give it to Mehdi, personally.
Asim Hussein from 50-50 submission versus Tariq Salah. What do you guys make of this match?
You know what? I'm thinking that Tariq has the edge on this one. He's a man that he's got a surfing background, so he's got great balance, which is
Surfing's different to actively competing in competitions. Like a sim is constantly.
Okay, but
These guys have fought each other before, right? I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they have. And do you want to know who came out on top? It was Tariq, actually. Tariq came out on top as the
Even
winner.
more reason for a sim to win. To want that
That's
victory.
not how history. That's not how history works.
Yeah.
You learn from your mistakes. You grow from them.
How do you see him winning, Sarah? How do you see Asim beating Tariq this time?
So I believe his last loss was on points.
Yeah, I think so too.
So I think technically he would have improved his game plan. He would have studied why he lost.
Really? Because I think technically you get more points by being technical, so you win. Just saying. I think there's going to be a lot of points.
Maybe he might do a somersault and just hit the Kimura.
Oh, that's nice.
There's a size difference, though, by the way. I mean, Tariq, even though he's light, he's quite tall. He's a very tall competitor.
I mean, you can't somersault over them if they're that tall. That's just
Imanari roll.
Imanari roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe the Alpha Grappling rule set, best of three, might have an impact on who wins? Keep in mind, they don't want to one submission or one. There will have to be it's a best of three rule set. So do you think that might play in someone's favor?
100%, because if the rounds go 1-1, then you're going to be a lot more determined to try put everything you have into the last round.
Yeah.
So if it has been a very close decision before based on points, then I think you're going to be hunting more for that submission, have that hunger for it, because you know your time's running out to get a win.
Got you. How about you, Gareth? How do you see Tariq, who's actually replacing Sam Gibbs, Samuel Gibbs?
Samuel Gibbs, yeah.
He's replacing Samuel Gibbs in this one. How do you see Tariq beating him?
I do actually see him playing the long game. I think he's going to be playing for the long game.
Right.
Because I think his conditioning is amazing. It's great. And I think he can go for the full 21 minutes, including the breaks.
Without getting exhausted or getting tired.
But a change of opponent as well throws a spanner in the works, what you're prepared for.
Could be. I mean, he still has some time. But yeah, definitely. I mean, Asim was pretty much preparing for Sam Gibbs. So let's see. So Sarah, you're definitely with Asim, yeah?
Yep.
And Gareth?
Nah, giving it all to Tariq Salah.
You think so?
Yeah, why not? I feel like he's a very capable athlete.
Asim has more to prove, more to come back from, and I think that's the most dangerous kind of athlete, one who's got redemption on their shoulders that they're fighting for.
Yeah, but not if he's prepped for the wrong opponent.
We have Zach Macro versus Keegan Werrett. Zach Macro, relatively new on the UK European grappling scene, perhaps, versus Keegan Werrett, blue belt from 10th Planet London. Both up and coming, hungry athletes. What do you guys make of this?
Well, with 10th Planet athletes are always going to bring that rubber guard, that legendary rubber guard, and you can
this
never
is a
count.
combat jiu-jitsu match, by the way, Sarah. So, yeah, it's not like a grappling match. So, yeah, sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, you can never count out anyone who's trained under Jamie Scott.
Yes, of course. 10th planet where combat jiu-jitsu came from, basically. So, how about you, Gareth? What do you make of this match?
I mean, Zach Macro is a man of mystery. He is a man who is from parts unknown. His style is unknown. His fear is unknown. And quite frankly, I think his bravery is unmatched. He's coming into this match. He's got a guy who has a great school behind him, who's very technical.
A guy with no club, right? So
No club, lone wolf, goes at his own pace.
yeah.
And I think he's going to make the pace. He's going to make it his own match.
2 eyes are always better than one. You always need a coach, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I mean, if the guy gets knocked out instantly, like if it's we're in combat jiu-jitsu mode.
To be fair, I think Keegan's rubber guard will help to neutralize the slaps.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, 10th planet known for that rubber guard, which I think is a really good strategy for
Combat jiu-jitsu.
jiu-jitsu matches. I mean, if you're using that correctly, you're eliminating space, and you need space to throw slaps and hands. So.
Yeah,
For ones that hurt, yes.
Yeah, but here's the other. But I think we're looking at it from the wrong perspective, because yes, he can use his rubber guard, which he learned from this school. We don't know what the other guy knows. So, and he knows that he's going to use rubber guard under this perception. So, he's going to prepare for that. He's going to know what he's going to do.
He's going to prepare what for it?
I don't know. That's the mystery. He's a man of mystery.
I think Keegan will send Zach back to where he came from.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think
To
so?
the unknown place.
To the unknown,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Wow.
To the Shadow
wow.
Realm.
So Sarah, you're with Keegan, I
Yep.
guess. How does he win this match?
Ooh. I would say a leg submission.
Leg submission, footlock. Cool. And how about you, Gareth? How does your man Zach take this one home?
I mean, unpredictability is a wonderful thing, especially from my position when I'll be on the commentary desk. So I'll be just watching closely, keenly, wondering what will happen. And then I will, quite frankly, you know what? I reckon he's going to click his fingers. The lights will go out instantly, and then they'll flick back on, and we'll just see Keegan lying prone on the ground, and it's just going to be out like that.
Wow.
And then you can come in and you can go, oh, winner.
I mean, you know, he comes from like a pedigree gym, essentially. So you can't doubt like his background and what he brings to the table.
Yeah. So you're definitely going with Keegan on this one, Sarah.
Yep, Keegan for me.
Cool. Sounds good, guys. Sounds good. Of course, we have other matches apart from this that will also be amazing, entertaining to watch. So any final words, guys, before we wrap this up?
Good luck to all the athletes competing.
I'm very excited to see the chaos and the extremely skilled work that all of these competitors are going to put out, and it's going to be a hell of a show. So please watch.
Good, guys.